Hello everybody, welcome to Wine World TV, the best wine show anywhere. I'm your host, Mark Fusco. Before we get started, make sure you're smashing that like button and subscribing to the channel. Every like and subscription helps build the channel. Even better, spread the word to your friends about the best wine show anywhere. So, coming right up, I've got another interview from my time at the Texas Restaurant Association back in May of 2024. I chat with Alex Sambvani of Slang.ai. We talk about their creative solution to using AI to create what they call a digital phone concierge. It can assist with restaurants receiving phone calls, covering reservations, frequently asked questions, and more, regardless of the time of day or day of the week, or even how busy the restaurant may be. All right, folks, a little bit different thing going on here. It's not beer, not wine, not spirits, not sake, not a cool little wine thing. I got something a little different. The letters AI are next to this, and I really want to know what's going on. So I'm with Alex Sambvani. Yes. All right. And he's going to tell you what Slang.ai is. And it was really cool, and he's here to explain everything. So Alex, kind of tell me who you are, how did you do this, what's the problem you're trying to solve?
For sure.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming to talk to me, Mark.
Yeah.
It's great to meet you. So we are Slang.ai. We are a voice AI platform for restaurants. And so we have a phone answering product that can answer the phone, take a reservation, answer common questions like, where are you located? What time do you close today? Do you have anything gluten-free on the menu? We see 60% of calls are reservation related, 40% are those common questions. And the real problem that we're solving is that a lot of phone calls get missed, right? So we see on average 50% of phone calls go missed.
Okay.
And that's tough for your guests, right? So if you can imagine, for a lot of guests, that first phone call could be the initial touch point. It could be the first touch point with your brand, and if you're missing that phone call, they might go to another restaurant. So our product is all about making sure that 50% of guests that are falling by the wayside actually get some response.
Okay.
And are being taken care of. And it's also really about staff efficiency.
Okay.
If you think about the way staff are spending their time on the ground, they're splitting their focus across so many things, and the phone is a huge distraction. So, I mean, we've all seen it, right? When you walk up to a host and they're like, oh, excuse me, 1 second, and they answer the phone and you have to wait for them. Or conversely, when you call the restaurant and as soon as they pick up, they're like, can you hold for 5 minutes? And then, so it's very clear that it's hard for them to manage their time between all of the competing priorities. And so what our product does is, out of the box, day one, we can start answering 50% of those calls. So reduce the number of calls that your staff has to answer by 50% or more. Okay. So it's a huge staff efficiency boon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, if somebody like a vendor needs to get through, there's a way to that can happen.
100%. And there's also a way that guests can get through as well. So our product is built to elevate the guest experience. For us, that means never trapping the guest. Let's give them the opportunity to use the system if they want to use it. And if they don't, that's also cool. So at any point, if the guest says, host, transfer me, can I talk to someone? They're instantly forwarded. But what we found is that with all of the advancements in AI, guests are actually trusting automated systems more because they're working better and better and better. Yeah. And so when we give guests the power to choose whether they want to use the automated system or not, we're finding that the vast majority of the time they're giving it a shot.
Okay. Yeah. So yesterday I got to see some of the things that you can do. Like, for instance, one of the things, just because I'm a wine guy, it was obviously a question about, can I bring a wine in and how much is the corkage fee? Now, here in the state of Texas, it's a little bit tricky to do that type of thing. Every state's a little bit different. But if I did have a restaurant, whether it's here or elsewhere, I have the ability to have that that question answered, you know, right?
100%. And you can go in our software
Yeah.
and customize the responses. So
Okay.
whether you have specific wine or corkage fee policies, whether you want to instruct your guests with specific directions if your restaurant's hard to find or you get common questions about parking, like you can handle all of those repetitive questions very easily.
Yeah, like if Google Maps doesn't put you in the right spot,
Exactly,
you can tell them, hey, don't trust Google Maps, or it'll get you close but not all the way there.
Totally.
Okay.
Very common.
I've had, they're getting better with these mapping things, but it still happens. What other things can I customize with this?
So we have a portfolio of over 100 digital voices. So
Okay.
now it's pretty crazy. These AI voices are getting more and more human-like. You can still sort of tell that they're automated, which we actually think is a good thing because it's important for guests to know that they're talking to an automated system, both for ethics reasons, but also they use it more successfully if they know it's automated. But AI is moving so fast that these voices are getting more and more human-like. So in about a year, maybe 2, these voices are going to be indistinguishable from humans. And then we're going to have a new problem where we're going to have to like...
Full disclosure.
Yeah,
type of thing.
exactly.
I can tell you, so, you know, me being the video person and the nerdy person, in this world of making videos, not just wine videos, this headless YouTube channel, right? It a lot of times it is an AI voice, and you see the ads all the time. At least I see the ads, and it's pretty amazing what these voices are doing. And then we get into music making and people and AI voice actually singing. That's a rabbit hole we don't need to go down to, but it's more about I've seen it even in a different situation with music or with video creation, how AI in general is doing lots of stuff. And I know a lot of people are scared of AI. I don't think it's a scary thing. I think it's kind of like, I don't know when you're going to see the Wine View video of them, but they have a thing about, they're back there, that's why I'm pointing there. It's basically a digital wine list, and it's not a scary thing to me. It's a perfect tool to help your sales. This is another tool using AI rather than just technology that we can improve the guest experience and improve the restaurant. I would imagine it also is going to help with some bottom line things, more efficiencies.
Yeah, more staff efficiency for sure. Better guest experience. So every guest is getting something. No more voicemails lost into the ether.
Right.
And more reservations captured as well. Many phone calls happen after hours.
Yes.
Phone calls happen at the same time during peak hours. So it's hard for staff to answer. It's impossible for staff to answer 5 calls at the same time unless you have 5 hosts, right?
Yeah.
Which most restaurants don't have. So a lot of these calls get missed, and there's a lot of revenue that can be mined from those missed calls.
Yeah, I mean, even yesterday we were talking about how, if I'm calling at midnight or 2 in the morning for whatever the reason is, and I want to make a reservation or just find out something about the restaurant, it's going to get answered.
Correct.
Whereas I would have to wait until the next day and hope that someone's at that restaurant. Most people at restaurants are early in the morning, by the way, but hope that someone's going to answer that phone right at 9 in the morning or 10 in the morning, so because you may not have a host there. Yep. And I mean, a lot of phone calls that early are probably a vendor, but still, you want those phone calls answered, right?
You do.
Cool. Alex, is there anything else that we didn't cover that you want to talk about?
I'll also just share that everyone should be looking at AI. Where even if it's not our product, I think it's just an exciting time for the space. There's so many products launching that are really valuable. There's also a lot of hype out there. So
and a lot of misinformation, a lot of FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Yeah. And not just with AI. Anyway, but there's a lot of that out there.
There is.
Yeah.
And so we've been in this space for over 5 years. So we're a proven. We're a proven entity. We work with close to 1,000 operators all over the country, and we're just really excited to be doing what we're doing. So check us out.
Awesome. Well, folks, that's going to do it for the little mini interview here. And again, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you. Bye.
That's going to do it for today's show from the TRA. If you enjoy what I'm doing here, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe, and then tell your friends, and we'll see you next time.